Good morning, everybody, and this is your SP 500 day trade setups for today. So we bounced around a little bit, but the pin bar that we got the previous day was, for me anyway, the indication that there was no more downside, and we're looking for a move in. And I did make a very bold entry with a small position. My stop is at entry at the moment, so that is still running for today. And you can see a fairly decent crossover of the oscillators here on the 8 hour. So 8 hour trend at the moment is looking to be up. Pretty much aiming, well, I'm aiming for this 4796, 4800 area for today. But if you look very carefully, once I've drawn that level in, you'll see left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. And remember, we're just below the all-time highs on the future market, although the cash market has touched an all-time high already. So for me, this is the little pullback or reset that we're looking for. Now we're looking for a gain. Now there was some really solid noise in Asia overnight about AI, and then guess what stocks are releasing their earnings next week? So that's going to be the FANGs. So that's Meta, Amazon, etc. So Google, and all of them have some major AI initiatives underway. So yeah, I suspect where this is the base at the moment. So if you just look at the daily, we've in a bull trend, we've basically engulfed the previous 2 days down, what do you want to call it, drawback. Okay, so fairly strong inverse head and shoulders here. Don't typically see them at the top like this. Normally you see them at the bottom of a move, but you never know what's brewing at the moment. So let's get down to the levels and see what we have at the moment. And you can see where my entry was, pretty much on this cluster of support. We did reject it first, then came back. I had a fairly wide stop loss to start with, and moved that stop up this morning. So oscillators pointing up at the moment. We do have a crossover. We've bounced off the 150 EMA again. So pin bar here also came into play. Could have taken the pin bar as well. Same risk to reward, was same risk, less reward. But I was just waiting for a decent attempt before we got into it. So for me at the moment, I'm looking to add to this, and let's just show you where I would be adding at the moment. I'm prepared to ride a pullback at the moment back to a few areas. And while I put these levels in, why don't you hit that thumbs up button, drop us a comment, etc. Any interaction is really appreciated. Okay, so 3 levels that I do have in at the moment that I'd be looking for support. There's a little gap over here, and that's just below 47.74. So that would be the first area of a pullback that I would be interested in, and it does look like it is brewing. And then we have 47.68 and 47.65. The other thing that could happen is we could just brew a range here at 47.80. But ultimately this is the upside target, 47.96 at the moment, and you could see 4800 be tagged, and possibly with a weekly close above that. So that's the view I've got at the moment. You can see everything at the moment is indicating overbought, but massive strong move up. And then the second thing that you see here is we've moved into a bit of a channel. So yeah, that's kind of my setup at the moment. I'm definitely not looking for shorts. We'd have to drop below the lows of yesterday before I even start looking at shorts. And I think this chaos, or this potential downtrend that was brewing from chaos, is over. They did try some chaos here early in the session, and you can see where my entry was, pretty much just above these, well, just on this pin bar here. There were a couple of pin bars which I really thought we would get going, but instead of putting my stop down here, I had my stop below the low of the day, which is pretty much there at 47.30. So yeah, again, textbook stuff above the moving average, but you can see these little squirts below the moving averages just to take out the traders that are too greedy. And when I say greedy, it means you've got a really strong position in the entry zone and a really tight stop loss. So you're looking to maximize your gains. And the algorithms know that, unfortunately, because your stop is essentially an order in the market. So they come back and steal it. And I've seen this a couple of times now, basically bounce off an area where there's no real logic of why they're bouncing off that area. I mean, you can see on my cursor there, it's basically that fractal there on the 15-minute that they're bouncing off. But look left, look at all the other structure. And if you do this on the hour, you can see a lot more of the tails coming into play. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. Looking for that pullback, looking to buy back into this, and ultimately targeting 47.96. Hope that helps, and we will catch up with you on Monday morning. Cheers for now.